So with me here, I have a spreadsheet. Just observe what happens when I check the box. So what happens here is when I check the box, the status of the task will change to done, and then the date when the task was completed will autofill in this column. So let's see how we can be able to achieve that. So the first thing is to put the checkboxes in this column. You do that by highlighting the area, and then you go to insert, then you click on tick boxes. Now we have the tick boxes, which are the checkboxes. Now the checkbox usually has two outcomes, that is the false and true. So when it's like that unchecked, the status is it's false, but when you check the box like that, it changes to true. So we have two outcomes from this cell. So based on those two outcomes, you can be able to automate these two columns here. I want to use the if formula is equals to if tab to autofill, and then the logical expression. If this box will be equal to true, I want this formula to return the expression done. If the cell is in false condition, then I want the formula to return me the phrase that the task is still pending. Like that, I close the quotes, I close the bracket, I hit on enter. Now all the tasks are pending. So I drag the formula down like that, and now I have everything pending. Now if I go to this box or whichever box and I check on it like that, the status will change to done. Whichever you click on it will go to done. Done. You uncheck, it's still pending. Now, so after we are done completing the task and checking the box, we want the date of completion to appear here. So for that to happen, now we need another box somewhere like here, and we put a formula which will be dynamic, which means that it will be inputting the date of that day. So you put a formula which will be grabbing the date is equals to today, like that. You hit on enter like that, and we have today's date. So I want to reference this in our date of completion. So let's first uncheck that one. So again, we're going to use if formula. So is equals to if tab to autofill, and then the logical expression the same. We are going to use the true and false, which are in this column here. So if this cell equals to true, then I want the formula to grab the date like that. And if the checkbox is unchecked, then we want the formula to return nothing. So we just put the quotes, and then we cross the bracket like that, hit on enter, and then we have an empty cell like that. So I can grab that all the way up to the end of my data like that. So I have formulas embedded in that column there. So if for example I check on this, you can see it went and grabbed the date. Now check what happens when I check on this next and this other and this other. You can see the pattern. There's a pattern that's going on. So what's happening is now, because we have not locked our formula, if you look very well here, you are able to reference the cell. Now if we happen to check this next one and we check the formula, it went to the next cell, which is this one. Now we need to lock the formula so that the reference will be only this cell here. So we go back to our formula, and we put the $sign in our cell. Now for A, we put the $1, put the $sign like that, then you hit on enter. So what will happen is when you drag the formula down like that, the reference cell will not change, to remain the same. So watch what happens when we check other boxes. It's going to be exactly the same. So you can check or uncheck, and it's fun. What do you think? So this is Google Sheets. You can be able to achieve that, and I think this is very interesting.